Okay, pre-algebra lesson 3.2, right? We are now adding and subtracting decimals. So if we can add and subtract numbers, whole numbers, then we can add and subtract decimals, okay? So places you use addition and subtraction with decimals: when you go shopping, when you're balancing a checkbook or your bank account, okay? That all deals with money, which has decimals. So it's very much like adding and subtracting whole numbers. So the first thing you do is you line up your decimal. Because when you're adding and subtracting, you want to add and subtract digits that are in the same position or the same place, okay? Then just add or subtract like you do with whole numbers. And make sure you place your decimal in the answer in line with the sum or the difference. Okay, so this first step is probably one of the most important, to make sure that your decimal points are lined up vertically, okay? So you want to make sure you add the right digits. If you need a placeholder, okay, if something doesn't line up perfectly, then you could put a 0 in as a placeholder. So we're looking to add 35.46 plus 0.068 plus 2.19. Okay, so to add, we're going to line up our decimals. So 35.46, then 0.068. I'm going to put a placeholder here because I have nothing in the thousands place, and a placeholder here because I have nothing in the tens place. Then the last one, 2.19. Again, placeholder in the last place here and the first place, so everything lines up. Okay, then you add like you do with a whole number. So we're just going to start on the right and work our way to the left. So 0 plus 8 plus 8 is 8. Okay. 6 plus 6 is 12. And 12 plus 9 is 21. So put the 1, carry the 2. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 0 plus 1 is 7. Then I'm going to bring down that decimal point. Okay, keep adding. 5 plus 0 plus 2 is 7. And 3 plus 0 plus 0 is 3. So we get 37 and 718 thousandths. Okay, adding just like we did with whole numbers. Subtracting 19.25 minus 4.36. Okay? Again, we're going to line up those those decimal points. So 19.25, 4, there's our decimal point, 36. I will put a placeholder there just so everything lines up and subtract. Okay, work from left to right again. 5 minus 6 we can't do, right? So this is where you borrow. So I'm going to make the 5 a 15 and the 2 a 1. So 15 minus 6 is 9. Okay, then move to the next one. 1 minus 3 we can't do. So I'm going to borrow again, make that 11, and make the 9 an 8. So 11 minus 3 is 8. Bring down my decimal so it's in line. 8 minus 4 is 4, and 1 minus 0 is 1. So we get 14.89. You can evaluate just like you have before. Okay, so what that means is substitute in the value for your variable and perform the indicated operations. So we want to evaluate 75.2 minus W if W equals 36.47. Okay, so you substitute that in for W. So we get 75.2 minus 36.47. Then we're going to write it vertically so everything's in line. 75.2 minus 36.47. We need a placeholder on the 75.2 and then start subtracting. Okay? 0 minus 7 we can't do, so we're going to borrow and make that a 10. Make the 2 a 1. 10 minus 7 is 3. Can't take 4 away from 1, so we're going to borrow again, make that 11, and make the 5 a 4. 11 minus 4 is 7. Bring down our decimal. Okay. 4 minus 6 you can't do, so you're going to borrow again and make that 14, and the 7 a 6. 14 minus 6 is 8, and 6 minus 3 is 3. So you would get 38.73 as you evaluated that expression. And that is 3.2.